Hey guys, Van is here. Today we are doing a repressing tutorial with the Artist Kit Company mold and also the 1-ton Arbor press. You will need both of these tools in order to repress. I do not recommend anyone to repress with just their hands. It's just not enough strength to keep the product intact for the long run. Sanitize all your tools before you start. You're going to take a clean spatula and a piece of paper and scrape all the powder products onto the piece of paper. The goal here is not to crush it, it's just to get all the products out of the container. The next step is we will use a clear cellophane bags. You can buy those by 1,000 for $20. They are pretty cheap. What you're going to do now is to fold the piece of paper in half and dump the products into the cellophane bags. The reason for this is I try many different ways to crush the products, and I find this to be the fastest and the most effective way because you can actually feel the texture of the products, and after a while you will know exactly when it's enough. You just roll your finger for 10 to 15 seconds and it's all done. Now what you can do is you take another piece of paper and you will get your mold started. You're going to take the bottom piece of the mold and then take a clean pan, place it on the top. Now you're going to take the block and place it on top of the pan. Flatten your palm and with both hands press down. If you're not strong enough, you can always use the Arbor press to press it down. If you are new to this process, I recommend you flipping the mold upside down and swipe your hand across to make sure that the pan is completely flat to the bottom of the mold. Take a Q-tip and alcohol and soak the bottom of the pan. This will sanitize it, and also I find it that the product sticks a little better at the base of the pan. Now you can start pouring your products into the mold. Use the mold as a guide. You want to fill it up to 80 or 90% with products. Everything is already calculated for you, so if you do this correctly, the end result will be perfect. Now take your spatula. The goal here is to just flatten the top of the products. You want to use tapping motion and just use your spatula and swipe it across. You don't want to put pressure down. You can also stab it vertically just to distribute the products evenly or as best as you can. Now you take a piece of stretch film, saran wrap, or sandwich bag. You can buy these stretch film on Amazon for pretty cheap, but make sure that the thickness is at least 80 gauge. That's how they measure thickness in stretch film. You place that between the product and the block itself. The purpose is so you don't have to clean the block with every color that you repress. Now we're going to move over to the Arbor press. You want to just place the handle on the block. And now make sure that you check for placement and make sure that your block is center to the metal rod of the Arbor press. You want to check the side and you want to check the front. Once it's center, you're going to stand straight. Your arm should be completely straight. With your left arm, you want to rest on the Arbor press. If you're lefty, you do this in reverse, but always have one hand holding down the Arbor press and one arm pressing down. That way, the Arbor press won't tip over. The key here is to use your entire body to apply the pressure instead of just your forearm. You want to apply about 80 to 90% of your strength first, 3 separate times. To get the block out, you want to apply pressure on the corner of the block and start wiggling it, and then switch the corner and wiggle more. It should slowly pop out. This part is not about strength, it's just about patience. Over time, your mold will start breaking in and it'll be a lot easier to take the pan out. The final test is you want to tap the pan pretty hard on all sides. This will confirm if you've done the steps correctly and if your product will be stable in your kit. If it shatters, that means either the product is not meant to be repressed and it's too soft, or you've done something incorrectly. If you are interested in repressing, I highly encourage you to watch these videos multiple times before you go out to buy the mold and buy the Arbor press, because it's time consuming, it's expensive, and it has to be done right. We are putting a lot of expensive makeup at risk. Things can look good at first, but the real question is, will it stay intact during your travel? Hopefully this video's helped. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comment section. Thank you.